c'est Madame Metzger, and today we are going to create a one-page sheet with everything that we need to know on how to tell time. We'll have all of our notes on one sheet. If you have colored pencils, it's very helpful, but you need at least a pen to write on this. So you have this at home, or you can simply draw this if you're watching this and you don't have it on a piece of paper. At the top, it says, Quelle heure est-il? What time is it? And it starts out with Allez, which is how we begin telling time. We're going to start with the 1 o'clock hour. I've made this nice and big, and you're going to do it with me. You can pause this video as needed. So we're going to start with the 1 o'clock hour, and you should have your notes in front of you to make sure you're spelling everything correctly too. So to say that it's 1 o'clock, we're going to write on the spoke going towards the 1, Il est une heure. Il est une heure. Très bien. Now we want to say it's 2 o'clock, so we're going to do the same thing on the 2 o'clock spoke. Il est deux heures. And this time I'm going to put an S on my heure. For all the other hours, I'm going to put the S. It's only on 1 o'clock that I don't. All right, we're going to just continue on. It's 3 o'clock. Il est 3 heures. Il est 3 heures. Make sure you're spelling heure correctly every time. Remember, this is your notes. So make sure everything is spelled correctly. 4 o'clock. Il est 4 heures. 5 o'clock. Il est 5 heures. Again, spell heure correctly. H-E-U-R-E-S. 6 o'clock. Il est 6 heures. Now I'm going to switch sides so that when I'm reading it, I can have it going, I can look at it easily and I'm not having to turn it upside down. So for 7 o'clock, I'm switching over and I'm going to start my il at the 7 and go towards the spoke this time. So it's 7 o'clock. Il est 7 heures. Voila. 8 o'clock. Il est 8 heures. 9 o'clock. Il est 9 heures. 10 o'clock. Il est 10 heures. 11 o'clock. Il est 11 heures. Okay, now this is where colored pencils, different colored pens, something would be great. So I'm going to use blue because noon and midnight are different and I want to make sure color-wise that I remember that. So for the 12 o'clock, I'm going to say that it's noon and that it's midnight. And with noon, I'm going to put a sunshine so I know which is which. So, il est midi. And this marker is not working great, so I'm going to use another one. Il est midi. And I'm going to put a sunshine. There we go. Good. And then on the other side, I'm going to say that it's midnight and I'm going to put a moon. Il est minuit. And I'll put a star and a moon. Okay. So now I've got all the beginnings on one paper and I just need to add in what about the minutes after the hour. Okay, so I'm going to do that with yet another color. I'm going to use green. Now, when you're looking at a clock, these are the hours. These are the longhand. The minutes also represent, or the numbers also can represent 5 minutes after each hour. So if your you know what? I had that backwards. Your small arm of your clock represents the hours. Your long one represents the minutes. So we're going to put our minutes in. If your long one is on your 1, that's 5 minutes. So by the 1, I'm going to put 5. That's 5 minutes. So if I have it at 11:05, I know il est 11:05. If it's 11 and the other hand is on the 2, that represents 10 minutes past. So it's 10. So il est 11:10. If my minute hand is on the 3, I know that that's a quarter after. So I need that expression, a car. So I'm going to write by that, a car, so that I am studying that expression. If my minute hand is on the 4, it's 20 after. So I'm going to write 20. And if the minute hand is on the 5, it's 25 after. So I'm going to write 25. If my minute hand is on the 6, that means it's half past the hour. I'm going to write demi. A demi. A demi. Most of the time I have an E, but on noon and midnight I don't. So I put my E in parentheses. All right, now, once we pass the a demi mark, we are entering the moins zone, right? We have to say that it's the next hour minus 25 minutes for the 7. So I'm going to write moins, M-O-I-N-S, 25. If my minute hand is on the 8, it is moins 20. If my minute hand is on the 9, sorry, that was my husband. Désolé. I turned my phone off. I'm not really sure why that's coming onto my computer, but in any case, if my minute hand is on the 9, that means it's a quarter till the next hour. So it is moins le quart. Moins le quart. If the minute hand is on the 10, that means it's moins 10. If it's on the 11, moins 5. And just like that, we have every spelling, every expression that we need, all on one paper to study. I hope this has been helpful to you. Don't lose this paper, study it, and I'll see you in class. Till the next time. A bientôt.